Hello YouTube, this is Corbin22 here, and for tonight's video I've kind of taking advice from a subscriber that has commented once on one of my videos, and basically what he told me was he kind of stopped watching my videos after my 20-second Squadron build because he felt that I was basically doing the same thing. I was only showing the Squadron, explaining how it would work, and what he suggested was that I put in, or rather, I either play a game using said Squadron or make a scenario with said Squadron, showing how the Squadron worked. So that's what I'm going to do now. After I finish all of these catch-up videos, which will probably be like maybe a couple minutes long, I will be after I can't catch up with all the rest of my builds. Next Squadron build I make, I'll be including a video, a separate clip showing how the Squadron works, rather than just explaining it, because I think hopefully because in my experience action does speak louder than words, and it's better if I just show how it works rather than just explain it and let you guys use your imagination. So what I've got here is I got my first Squadron build, which is 3 X-Wings. It's my Rogue Squadron build, or rather it's not really mine, it's a build that I kind of a build that I discovered and tried it for myself, and it's seems pretty useful. The build I have here is Wes Jansen with Munitions Failsafe, Veteran Instincts, Flechette Torpedoes, and R3A2. Wedge Antilles with Opportunist and R2 Astromech, and Hobby Clivian with Opportunist and R2D6. This is a complete synergy build, so all the 3 ships must work together in order to complete their mission or to take down their enemies. How it works is Wes Jansen will be going in. He'll be attacking first because with Veteran Instincts, his pilot skill goes up to 10. He will acquire a target lock, and then before he attacks, he will attack with R3. He will use R3A2 to stress the enemy out, so that he'll stress enemy out, so that the opponent will get a stress. And then he'll attack with his flechettes for the double stress, and the weapons munition and the munitions failsafe will make it so that if the flechettes miss, then he will not lose the flechettes. His also ability will state that if the enemy has not used a focus or an evade, then he takes off that focus or evade or blue target lock from the enemy, which of course sets up for Hobby and Wedge. Wedge will then move in next. He will attack and stress us about with Opportunist to get that extra attack die, and he'll probably be attacking range 1, hopefully. And then of course after him, Hobby Clivian will go up. He will also have the Opportunist and R2D6. Let's just say for this scenario, he'll also have a target lock, and of course which takes advantage of his ability. If he spends or requires a target lock, he gets to remove a stress on his ship. So that being said, let's look at the scenario here. So what we got here, we've got the 3 X-Wings all lined up here. We have the ships I've chosen are a TIE Advance piloted by Merrick Stell, and 2 First Order TIEs piloted by Epsilon Leader and Omega Ace. For this scenario, we'll just say that they've already moved. So has Hobby. Because he'll be relatively closer. Let's say we put him right close to Merrick, because all these ships are going to be going after the same target. That's kind of how the build works. So yeah, let me just let's say for this scenario, Hobby's already moved. The rest of the ties have already used, so now it's Wedge's turn. Wedge is going to be doing a straight ahead 4 maneuver, or no, yeah, he's going to be doing a straight ahead 4 maneuver. So that means he's going to get up close, right up against Hobby there. That way he'll be at range 1 when he attacks. And let's say Wes Jansen, he's going to be doing a straight 3, so that he can get in range. And like that. So he's in range. Let's see. So now he's in range to use his flechettes, like so. And say for their action, say Wedge takes a focus action. Hobby has taken a target lock onto Merrick, and so has Wes Jansen. So all 3 ships have locked onto their targets. They'll go into the attack phase. Wes Jansen will be attacking first. What he will do is he will receive a stress with R3A2, so that Merrick Stell will get a stress as well, like so. And then he will attack with his flechettes. He will spend his target lock. And let's say for this scenario, Merrick still has put on an evade token, like that. So he will Wes is spending his target lock to attack with his flechettes. Whoops. So it'll be 3 attack dice. So that will be 2 hits and a focus. Merrick Stell will then make his defensive roll. So no focus and 2 evade. No, actually no, say, yeah, hang on. So say he gets like 2 evade tokens, like that. So the attack will be cancelled out. However, Merrick Stell would still receive a stress because his hull value is below 4. And flechettes state that if the enemy's hull value is 4 or lower, they will get stress, and that applies even if the target misses. So now Merrick Stell is double stressed, and because he didn't need, of course, Merrick Stell didn't need to spend the evade token because he rolled a favorable roll. However, Wes's ability strips him of that evade token, which leaves him open to Wedge and Hobby. Now, what Wedge is going to do, he's going to attack next. He's going to stress himself out with Opportunist. So now he has 3 attack dice, 1 more from the range bonus, and 1 more for from Opportunist. So now he has 5 attack dice. And Wedge's ability states that the enemy's agility value will be decreased by 1. So that means Merrick Stell only has 2 defense dice. So Wedge is the thing with Wedge is that he is an all-out attacker. He gets in there, he rushes in, attacks from any angle, reduces the enemy's agility value, and the closer he gets, the better, because then he'll get a better attack range. So we'll roll his dice, and he's got 3 hits and a critical. So this round, Merrick Stell's guaranteed to take some damage. So he gets 1 evade. So that means Merrick Stell will take all of his shields are gone, that 1 hull, and then a critical. Let's say the critical was weapons failure. So Merrick Stell still has 1 more hull point left. And then, of course, the other 3 TIE fighters will get their shot, hopefully by which time Hobby will survive. And then, of course, what he will do is he will stress himself out with Opportunist to get that extra attack die. And he'll again be attacking at range 1. So that means he'll get that additional attack value. However, Merrick Stell will have 3 dice again because he's not affected by Wedge's ability. It's only affected by Wedge's attacks. And then, of course, I will roll. So I didn't get a very favorable roll. But here's how Hobby works. He'll spend his target lock, which will in turn get rid of his stress, because Hobby's ability states that if he acquires or spends a target lock, he can remove a stress token. So now I've spent my target lock, I've removed my stress, I can roll my unfavorable results again, and now this time I have 2 hits. Merrick Stell will make his roll. Okay, so for this round, yeah, this round he evades, Hobby's attack. But you get my drift. So this is exactly how the build works. Wes fires his torpedoes, regardless if he hits. First Wes fires. He stresses himself out with R3A2 to have the opponent receive a stress, like with Merrick Stell. And then, of course, he'll spend his target lock to attack with his flechettes at range 2 to 3. Even if the flechettes miss, that's fine. He will still receive a stress, and Wes will keep the flechettes until the attack actually hits its mark, which then sets off for Wedge. He comes in at range 1, preferably, stresses himself with Opportunist, and plus he gets the additional attack value from range 1, and then he just takes down Merrick's agility value by 1, leaving it at 2, so it'll be a 5 versus 2. And then, of course, he'll probably have taken a focus action or a target lock, whatever, to increase his chances of hitting. And, of course, because the problem with Opportunist is that he's stressed out, he has an R2 astromech to help him get rid of stress. Will still stay on the enemy's tail. And then Hobby will move in for the kill, provided he's still alive, because he has a substantially lower pilot skill than the other 2. But if he does get a shot in, he'll best have a target lock on the enemy. Stretch yourself up with Opportunist, attack, spend your target lock, get rid of the stress, roll your attack again. That way you free yourself up for another opportunity. That way you free yourself up to take another target lock action, and then stress yourself out with Opportunist, spend the target lock, remove the stress, and so on and so forth, rinse and repeat. So like I said, this is how the Rogue Squadron build works. It's a complete synergy build. The ships must work together in order to overcome their objective. So yeah, I hope this kind of helps shed some light on how exactly the build works. Again, I'll be making these videos until I've caught up with all 53 builds, so it might take a while. Bear with me, people. Once I get this done, I'll go back to making my 100-point squadron builds, and then I'll be incorporating these videos with the squadron builds, explaining how they work, and then showing you how they work. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, leave a comment or leave a comment, if you like this video, please leave a like, add it to your favorites, subscribe if you like. I really appreciate it if you did. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Squadron 22 signing off.